AFTV, DT, it's time to get into the player ratings. We're out of the FA Cup, man. Out.
Yeah.
Gave us so much joy last year.
Yeah. So much joy in Box Park.
Well, we won't be getting a Box Park this year, will we? I mean, honestly, I'm still a bit upset with the performance. I'm upset with with everything around the game. We're the FA Cup holders. We've won it the most times.
Yeah.
And it was a bit of, I wouldn't say surrender is too much of a harsh word, because we did have a right go of it in the second half. But it was like that was the Arsenal I've been watching earlier on in this season.
Yeah, it was. We spoke about it.
Come into the team today, just so disappointing.
Yeah, well, we spoke about it at half time, and we said the same thing.
Let's get into
it was very, very much like the old ways that, we're not doing any justice to us at all, and the reason why we're in the mess that we've been.
You seem to be happy with it.
I'm not. Don't be silly. Don't be silly.
You're all laughing and out. You know what I mean? I'm pissed off.
No, because you know what, Robbie? Because there's some results that I'm just looking forward, and I'm not. Don't ever try and suggest that I'm happy about Arsenal losing, because that's an absolute no. No. I'm just gonna. Listen. Everyone deals with certain defeats, certain ways, or whatever. Now, because I'm smiling, I'm laughing because I'm going to sit there and just get more angry about certain performances otherwise. So I'm just sitting there and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to try and let this ruin my weekend.
I'm just wondering.
But I'm definitely not. Nah. In terms of, I'll pull you up on that, because.
No, I was just thinking maybe the Corona jab or something like that that you've had turned you funny or something. You know what I mean? Because I am upset about this loss. I'm upset.
You genuinely think you're funny?
Let's get into the player ratings.
Why are you laughing? See, why are you laughing?
I'll start.
Well,
crying.
There you go. You're just about to say the exact same thing that I was just saying. You've contradicted yourself. Shut up.
I'm really pissed off.
I am pissed off. Of course I'm pissed off. If you would have watched me watching the game, do you know what I mean? Everyone would be asking me how my phone is again. Do you know what I mean? I'm not happy at all. I'm not happy at all about going out. I'm just trying to look at other, parts of it. And at the end of the day, the only way we will know and can get over this is if we go and turn up on Tuesday against Southampton. I saw enough in that second half, final 20 minutes, 30 minutes, with more of our usual players playing. If you add the ones that we couldn't have available today as well to that we could cause all kinds of problems to Southampton on Tuesday night. So I'm looking at it and thinking, you know what? The only way you bounce back from defeats is by the next game. And if we win that game on Tuesday, then everyone will start to forget about this one. And we move on, man. We move on.
I don't know. That mean, in isolation, I don't know if that will make me forget. But anyway, Leno.
In isolation, is that a joke?
Leno.
One at fault for the goal. It's nothing he could do. It was just freak. There was one bad kick in the first half. Second half didn't really have nothing to do, to be honest. I'll probably say a 6. I don't think he had a lot to do, and made a couple of good saves as well in the first half.
Hector Bellerin.
I thought his first half performance was poor. I thought he never offered anything in an attacking sense. Second half, he got a bit more adventurous, but not good enough. I'll probably say a 5.
Okay. Rob Holding.
Looked like he get caught out a couple of times as well. I don't know. I'd say in the second half,
he gave away a penalty as well. I mean,
he never touched him. It wasn't. Listen, saying that, we should have had a penalty for handball.
Yeah, I still can't get over how that weren't given.
Because people are sitting there and talking about, they've changed the rule. It's about being in an unnatural position. What? Is that natural?
It's crazy.
Do you know what I mean? Look at that. I look like I'm tied before every game. Do you know what I mean? That's not natural, is it? That's not a natural position like that. The worst thing, he had his eyes closed. So he wasn't watching the ball or anything. He was like this.
Yeah, I thought
that is a sign of protecting your face. That referee was awful. Ty, you've got all the permission in the world for me to go in on that referee today because he deserves it.
So what are you giving Holding?
5.
5. Gabriel.
Poor. Very, very poor. I think this shows why he hasn't been rushed back into the Premier League team, because that was a player that was very rusty. And I noticed it from the first minute when a ball came out to him by the touchline and he just let it go under his feet and it went out for a throw-in. And that was within the first minute. And I was like, what's he doing? And then, yeah, just compounded by the fact that free-cone goal, didn't have much to do in the second half and did it well, but first half was poor. I'm giving him a 4. I thought he was poor today.
Yeah, Cedric.
I thought he had a good first half and then faded out a bit in the second. It was difficult for him out on that side because he naturally wants to come more inside.
It's a big problem. We need a backup for there because both him and Maitland-Niles can't cross when they're on that side.
Yeah, exactly. It's awful because, you know, if God forbid something happened to Tierney, then that's the options that we've got. So, you know, from what we're hearing, you know, we're meant to be after someone. And one of them is the player that we were playing against today in Bertrand. And look at his deliveries. You know, so whether that'll happen or not, I don't know. Or the young lad at Crystal Palace, but that's another matter for another day. But Cedric, I'll probably give him a 6. I think he was the better out of the back 4.
Okay, El Neni, whose mistake started off the sequence that led to the goal. I mean, Bellerin was having a right go at him as well about it.
Yeah.
What did you make of him?
Poor. Very, very poor. And, you know, you can't get caught in possession like that in the, you know, your own third. You cannot get caught like that. If you're stuck in a position and you can't get out, clear your lines. Put it in the stand and regroup and go again. It's not the end of the world. What's more damning? Putting the ball into Rosette or conceding a goal? We conceded a goal. Not good enough for me. And because he made that mistake that led to that, he gets a 3 for me. Poor.
3, you said?
Yeah. He's lucky with that.
Xhaka.
I think Xhaka looked a better player once Partey come on. I think that what you saw in Granit Xhaka next to El Neni...
I'd look better next to Partey as well. I want to know about his performance.
Yeah, well, if you actually stop interrupting me, I can tell you. Jesus.
What is it?
Right, I would say that the first part of his game with El Neni, it's like he plays within himself and he just doesn't want to do anything and be influential with his passing. I can't give him anything for a 20-minute performance because Partey come on the pitch, but overall, I'll probably say a 5.
Okay, Pepe.
I'm not going to scapegoat him as much as the others because I actually felt that out of the 8 chances we created, 5 of them were from him. And there were 2 very, very good chances that he created. So I think it's very easy because of his price tag and everything else to jump on his back when he actually hasn't had the worst game. When you think how many minutes he's played lately, weren't that bad of a return when you try and weigh it all up. So I'll probably say a 6.
Okay, Willian.
0.
0?
Yeah, I can't stand the guy now. I just can't. He don't offer anything in any way, shape or form on the pitch. It's like, even his body language looks like he can't be asked. You tell me any differently, Robbie. People can say that I'm scapegoating him. People can say that I'm being really harsh on him. But what does he offer the team? He plays right, left, centre. Do you know what I mean? When I saw Wolves announce that they'd signed Willian this morning, I got happy. And then I realised it weren't him. Do you know what I mean? And it's like I said to you in my interview after the game, this is one where Mikel and Edu need to hold their hands up and say, you know what, we got it wrong. We thought it would be a good signing. And, you know, even though he weren't everybody's first choice, when it was done, we thought, yeah, you know what, you can understand why. there's going to be question marks and he's got to do well, but it's not work. There's no wrong in getting it wrong. At the end of the day, there's plenty of players there that we're getting right, and they're progressing and doing things the right way. But
he's not one of them for sure.
He's not one of them.
All right, Martinelli.
I thought he had a poor game today.
He had a big chance as well.
Yeah, big chance in the first half. And again, if that was Pepe, you already know the reaction on social media. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, by his high standards, I felt was like in the first 20 minutes, I felt you saw that energy that he has, that pressing and everything. And then he seemed to get so pissed off with nobody else doing it that he stopped. It was like he didn't, because he was like, well, what's the point of me pressing? Because I'm running around like a lunatic for nothing. Nobody else is doing it, so can't be asked. Do you know what I mean? So bad day at the office for him, but look, he will get better, and minutes in the tank will ultimately do him good. So probably say a 4. I don't think he had a good game. Big chance missed as well, man.
Eddie and Nketiah.
I don't want to go too harsh on him because he's a young boy, so I'll give him a 1. But why are you laughing?
Yeah. You don't want to be harsh, but you're giving him a 1.
Well, yeah, Willian gets a 0 because he's experienced, and there's no excuse in that. Eddie, all the best chances fell to Eddie. He had the touch of a trampoline. Yeah, couldn't hold anything up at all. There was no link up, getting in people's way, poor shooting. Everything was poor. You could tell his confidence is shot to pieces. Absolutely shot to pieces. And on another note to that, conveniently, and I'm going to say this because it brings all of this into the same kind of thing, is that everybody's talking about Balogun and getting an opportunity. And I agree that Balogun should be given an opportunity. Scored a brilliant hat-trick for the under-23s on Friday night. And literally as the game finishes, Balogun tweets out one of his goals.
Yeah.
Like, I rate the kid a lot. But things like that, that's not a good look. I'm sorry, but
reminder why you maybe should be starting ahead of it.
Oh, listen, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know that's wrong.
You get it. We've been talking about moles in the camp. We've been talking about disharmony and stuff like that. At the end of the day, if you're going to go with that big boy attitude, then you're not going to last 5 minutes under Mikel Arteta.
I'm just hoping that maybe it could be, sometimes when you schedule a tweet or something like that, maybe
that's what I'm hoping.
So
I do. I'm not going to go too harsh on him in that respect. I'm just saying, if this, like, we don't even know whether he controls his Twitter account. It might be his agent or somebody, and they think they're funny. Do you know what I mean? Putting it out, because that's the kind of thing an agent would do. Do you know what I mean? He's just watched Eddie Nketiah's performance and gone, yeah, you won't give my guy an opportunity, yeah? Let me just put up yesterday's goal.
All right, let's get to subs quickly. Partey.
Changed the game when he came on. Drive, energy.
Should have bought him on.
And look, at the end of the day, it's a toss of a coin with the Partey thing, because, we said in the podcast, I wanted him to start. You didn't want him to start because it was too much of a risk.
Then we should have bought him on at half time. We looked so toothless in that midfield. So,
yeah.
What are you giving him?
Given the fact that he changed things around, I'll give him a 7, because we looked a completely different team when he came on the pitch. And that's not an exaggeration. We were 5 yards further up the pitch and not allowing them to play now.
All right, Saka.
Couldn't really get into the game. And I felt, he had to come on in an attacking position. Then he went to left back. If his cross towards Lacazette at the end was an inch lower, that was a peach. But yeah, I probably won't give him more than the 5, because there was not really... Same, 5. Not really had a chance to do anything.
Okay, the manager.
Gets the team selection. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, when you lose a game, you get it wrong. If we would have won today, everyone would have gone, brilliant. Team selection's great. Everyone's fresh for Tuesday. Lovely. I can't give him more than a 4. I think that
it's generous.
I think that when we
shouldn't even picking out zeros and ones.
No, but listen, those were for individual performances on the pitch. At the end of the day, Mikel
changed it at half time.
That's the one criticism that you can have. I wanted changes at half time, but what I'll say is he gave some players the benefit of the doubt and said, I'll give you 10 minutes. And he literally gave them 10 minutes. And I don't think it overly affected us in a sense of getting going in the second half. I think instantly, once we made the subs, we completely changed and we were a better team for it. So they're obviously responding to the way that he wants them to play once he's made the subs and everything else. But poor day at the office, and as manager, you're going to have to take the criticism when it comes your way in that respect, because, you know, some people will throw it at your door.
And finally, the referee.
0. Get back in the championship where you belong.
Who is that?
Look at, he's a championship referee. He shouldn't even be a championship referee. He should be not even non-league. Like this guy, I wouldn't let him manage. I wouldn't let him referee a friendly. Shocking. Cool. Shocking. How many times did we get smacked off the ball and he just stood there and went play on? And then the moment the Southampton player fell over, he's like, free kick. I'm like, what are you doing? And then you're talking about that Rob Holding thing. Was it a penalty or what? He gave a corner. Yeah. What? The last thing on the list, you would have sat there and went penalty, dive, goal kick, corner. 4 options. He picked 4. The one that nobody thought. Where did he get a corner from? It's like, come on, man. Do you know what I mean? So he was dreadful. And then I don't know who the VAR official was. He gets a 0 as well. Do you know what I mean? And briefly as well, I'm going to bring this up because you remember in the first minute, I think it was Gabriel went across Ward-Prowse when he was just trying to push him away and he caught him in the face with his hand.
Ings. Yeah.
Was it Danny Ings, yeah? Did you notice how they went to VAR and everything with that? And we're like, yeah, let's have a check. Okay. Did they do that against Newcastle? When we got players elbowed in the face and everything? Where's the consistency? It's like they're dying.
I don't know. I said it on the stream. I no longer know what handball is. I don't know what it is no more.
They've said that if it hits you accidentally and your arm is in a natural position. So if you're standing there, you remember the penalty that Callum Wilson got against Spurs when the Tottenham player had his back turned and Callum Wilson headed it into his arm? That was to nullify any of that. But
yeah, this
Walker's Peters, his hand was like this. His eyes were closed. That's not natural. I'm sorry.
Such an obvious penalty was unbelievable. But
and I don't know if it even went to VAR.
Did it go? I don't think. I think they were. I saw them checking him. I don't know if
they only showed the replay. They only showed the replay. I didn't hear anything about VAR or anything.
Absolutely shocking.
Shocking. But that's not the reason why we lost.
Yeah. But anyway, thanks a lot, DT. Thanks for your player ratings, and let's hope we can get that win on Tuesday, because after today we really need it.
Hi, I'm Robbie Lyle from AFTV, and I've supported Prostate Cancer UK for many years, and I'm delighted to be signing up for Cancer Deadline Day. Cancer is a devastating disease, and one man dies every 45 minutes from prostate cancer. And if you're black like me, it affects 1 in 4. COVID-19 has really had cancer charities under pressure, and it's been harder than ever for them to be able to raise money. So I'm calling on all football fans, players, clubs, legends, all supporters to participate in Cancer Deadline Day. Click the link in the description and you can select your football club and make a donation and help your club reach the top of the giving table. So click the link in the description right now and make a donation and help us to give cancer the boot.